Okay, just hear me out. I've been using the Sydney Sleeper, Jarate, and Bushwhacker to play what I call the Sniper's Golden Loadout, or also known as the Piss Sniper. Now there is some controversy around this loadout in the TF2 community, mainly because of the Sydney Sleeper. I even asked the community what they thought about it, and well, it certainly was mixed. Hell, even ChatGPT knows it's a controversial weapon. But nonetheless, I will be commenting to this loadout and showing you my experience with it. But before I start this journey, I have to get the weapons for the job, and of course, look the part. Ah yes, look at him, the perfect piss sniper. Just perfection. All loaded up with some Jarate on his chest, ready to be used. A yellow belt to recognize his commitment and mastery to the piss arts. And a beard stained in yellow to show that he's been drinking. Oh, wait. So let's talk about the loadout. What differentiates this loadout from the stock sniper loadout and other loadouts is that you actually become a support class. You know, like it says in the select screen. But anyways, with these items equipped, you sacrifice the ability to deal headshots and take out targets with a simple click in exchange for the utility of applying piss all over the enemy team. Now, if you didn't know, Jarate, which fun fact means jar-based karate, is a throwable jar that breaks upon impact and disperses a debuff on enemies in an AoE. This debuff causes the enemies to take mini crits when being hit by any source of damage. Well, with that in mind, the Sydney Sleeper is basically a Jarate sniper rifle. It also applies the piss debuff when you hit enemies with it. Lastly among the weapons is the Bushwhacker, which synergizes well with the other two weapons because it basically one-shots most classes in the game if you hit them with it while they're covered in piss. Let's get to the support capabilities of this loadout. There are three main actions I've learned to do with this loadout, and that's apply, extinguish, and kill. For applying, as said a while ago, both the Jarate and the Sydney Sleeper apply a debuff on enemies, which is the perfect utility for your teammates to take advantage of. It's also worth noting that the longer you charge up the Sydney Sleeper shot, the longer the duration of the debuff will be on the shot enemy. This synergizes perfectly in teamfights, as it almost guarantees your team to win the fight, as the opponents will take more damage because of the piss you just got on them. For extinguishing, a cool game mechanic is that the Jarate can actually extinguish teammates who are on fire, which highly increases their chance of survivability instead of just burning to death. And even more niche is, the Sydney Sleeper can also do this too. All you have to do is point and shoot at your burning teammate, and your teammate can start thanking you for not letting them get cooked alive. For killing, well, that's self-explanatory. Just fully charge up that meter and you kill 5 out of the 9 classes in the game with a juicy point and click on their body. But if you're really willing to, while a headshot won't do critical damage, it will still be able to mini crit, giving it some extra damage and killing power. You can also use your piss weapon selfishly by applying the debuff on enemies and critting them with your Bushwhacker melee. It's really fun on spies.
Stupid bloody spies.
As for my personal experience, I didn't actually think I would have fun, but to my surprise, I did. But I couldn't say the same for all the people that were pissed on for this video. A lot of the time though, when it came to sniper fights, it would usually rely on the enemy sniper being able to quickscope me, as I couldn't do headshots and kill them immediately. So most of the time, I just let them come to me with my fully charged Sydney Sleeper. Doing combos with the Bushwhacker with the Sydney Sleeper and Jarate was also really fun. Like in this clip, I applied the debuff on the heavy and run at him like a maniac to melee crit him. Overall, it was just a nice playstyle to take a break from sweating a sniper 24/7. And well, that, my friends, is the Piss Sniper. I know there's a lot of controversy around the loadout, but at the end of the day, it's all about finding a playstyle that works for you. The TF2 community can be pretty diverse when it comes to opinions on loadouts and playstyles, but that's part of what makes the game so great. So love it or hate it, this loadout is a unique way to play the sniper class that truly embraces its supportive capabilities. So next time you see a sniper with a jar of urine on his chest, don't underestimate the power of the piss. Who knows, you might just end up with a little yellow surprise on your face. Subscribe if you don't want to get pissed on, and I'll see you next time.